If you're planning on using concrete stair treads and wood stair stringers, this is something you should think about, and that would be the gap between the concrete stair tread or step and the wood stringer. You can already see the debris. There's particles of leaves that get trapped if you do not have a gap. Now, do not be confused. I've seen gaps that have 3/4 of an inch in between the concrete step and the wood stringer filled with dirt and debris. So not only do we got to leave gaps, some type of a space between the concrete step and the wood stringer, we need to actually maintain the stairway and clean it every once in a while. Now here's a gap. Again, I'd like to see at least 3/8 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch is fine, which is what we're looking at here. And again, that's just a guess. Looks like 1/4 of an inch. But if you do put the tread next to the wood, here's what will happen. The concrete tread will get wet when it rains, or even moisture in from the air will get absorbed into the concrete, and the wood will suck that moisture right out like you can't believe, and you will end up with dry rot forming on the stringer. And once this happens, there's a good chance you'll end up with something like this. The stair treads will actually fall off. They will loosen up, and here's basically what happens. The lag screws or bolts that are connecting the bracket, the metal angle bracket, that is supporting the concrete stair step and attaching it to the wood stair stringer. The bolts that actually attach the bracket to the stringer, after there's enough moisture and dry rot has formed, these bolts will actually loosen up. And I've actually seen the bolts fall out because people are going to walk up and down the stairway. If you're moving the treads just a little bit, this can provide you with just enough movement to basically vibrate these bolts right out of the brackets. So once that happens, well then, depending upon what step that would be, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out how unsafe that would be. Just to recap everything, let's keep in mind that concrete products, brick, mortar, stuff like that, stone, it can actually retain moisture. And if these products, building materials, are next to wood, then we could end up with a problem like this. So keep these areas clean. If you're building a stairway, keep this in mind. You know, there are so many little tidbits of information we need to remember as responsible contractors, construction workers, property owners, architects, home designers, you name it. We can't get it all right all the time, but you know, if we can, as a team, you know, hopefully someone has this information and is willing to speak up. I can't tell you how many jobs I worked on where I'd point this out to someone, they wouldn't do anything about it. Or they would tell me they were going to do something about it, and they wouldn't do anything about it anyway. So that's going to happen. You just put your 2 cents in and leave it at that. Hope for the best.